Welcome back after a very long time. I'm just waiting for some people to join. देखते हैं आज कौन कौन join करने वाला है. Because today I'm completely free. I have nothing to do and it's quite cold outside. So I'm sitting at my home in my comfort zone. That is my home. So let's see who are coming. So today we will talk about pronunciation again and grammar also. And let's see what kind of questions come up. So I'll try to answer some of the questions if it is possible. So yes, so let's begin. As I have already talked about pronunciation many times, in most of the videos that I make, I try to use correct pronunciation. And if I am not aware of any pronunciation of a specific word, so what I do, I go online and I try to check that also. Everybody does that. So if you are planning to improve your English communication skills, so what you need to do, you need to go for a lot of listening. And listening, there should be a purpose, because nowadays there is a lot of content available online. So there is a lot of content to consume. So I have said consume. So a lot of people are consuming a lot of content, so they are not able to digest that. Sometimes we simply go for podcast and many other channels. So they have catchy thumbnails, and sometimes people simply look at those thumbnails and clickbait. Clickbait का मतलब क्या होता है कि कुछ ऐसा जो बेट की तरह यूज किया गया है. बेट इंग्लिश में BAIT, बेट मतलब होता है चारा या चारा डालना किसी को पकड़ने के लिए. तो क्लिक बेट का मतलब क्या होता है, जैसे आप इंटरनेट पे कोई एक वीडियो देखते हैं यूट्यूब पे या कहीं और, तो वहाँ पर एक थंबनेल होता है जो बहुत कैची होता है, जो एक तरह से बेट का काम करता है, मतलब चारे का काम करता है. तो वो क्लिक बेट मतलब आपका मन करता है कि मैं उसे क्लिक करूं, तो दैट्स कॉल्ड क्लिक बेट. सो लॉट ऑफ पीपल व्हेन दे सी दोस कैची क्लिक बेट्स, सो दे आर नॉट एबल टू रेजिस्ट. अब रेजिस्ट का मतलब क्या होता है कि अपने आप को रोकना. सो दे आर नॉट एबल टू रेजिस्ट मतलब वो अपने आप को रोक नहीं पाते. तो इसी से ये वर्ड भी काफ़ी इम्पॉर्टेंट है जो आप नोट डाउन कर सकते हैं, दोज हु आर नॉट फेमिलियर विद दिस वर्ड. सो प्रोनाउंसिएशन की जहाँ तक बात है, तो प्रोनाउंसिएशन दोनों ही लैंग्वेजेस में आपका ठीक होना चाहिए. हिंदी में भी कईयों को प्रॉब्लम होती है व्हेन दे हैव Hindi communication skills when they speak Hindi at their home. So I have heard a lot of people from different regions, so they have a regional tongue influence. So what do we mean by regional tongue influence? Like if you come from a specific region of our country, like let's say UP, Bihar, Punjab, or other parts of the country, so they have a regional tongue influence. So there is a touch associated with that particular local language. So when you try to speak in English, so you try to use the same kind of pattern that you follow in your local language. So that's what your pronunciation gets mixed up. So when you pronounce a certain word, so you use your same dialect. Dialect matlab hota hai ek local language. So you start using the same kind of dialect if somebody is from UP, Bihar, or some other parts of the country. So sometimes they have a problem with sa, sh, like S sound, SH sound, and many other different sounds. So when you have a problem with S sound, like say, sit, small, save. So if there are if you have a problem in pronouncing these words, so what you can do, you need to go for a simple practice. You need to throw air above your tongue. Like tongue के ऊपर से आपको air का flow रखना है. तो constant flow होना चाहिए. That is like sit, say, save, save, small, small. So in like by doing this practice, you would be able to work on your sound. And remember that it is not going to be corrected within one day or 1 week. It requires a lot of practice, because in somewhere in the back of your mind you would be pronouncing same as you have been pronouncing for a very long time. अब मैं बचपन से एक लैंग्वेज बोलता आ रहा हूँ, so that will definitely have an impact on my English communication skills. तो जो भी मेरी वो जो skills हैं English की वो कहीं ना कहीं उससे affect होंगी, so that will definitely be affected. And the people those who have joined, if you haven't shared this, please share it with some of your friends, or you can share among other groups. And if you really like the video, hit a like button, because I can't see so many people like hitting that button. So we were talking about pronunciation. Do you know PTS? Yes, I know about that. So yes, so we were talking about pronunciation. So pronunciation के लिए ज़्यादातर जो मैं follow करता हूँ, so I go for practice, like मेरी practice में involve होता है, I go for listening a lot. So BTS में ज़्यादा follow नहीं करता, but थोड़ा सा जानता हूँ. A lot of people are into BTS nowadays. So I listen to some of the podcast also, but ये नहीं कि कोई catchy एक particular clickbait देखा and you are hitting on that and then you are endless hours आप उस पर spend कर रहे हैं. So that is not going to change the way that you speak. If you really want to improve your communication skills, what you need to do, you need to be a good listener first. Because if you have good listening, so you would be able to understand the pronunciation also. But listening is not only the criteria to, or not only the main part of your learning like schedule or whatever that you have planned. Like you need to break it down. If you are listening, there should be a particular video which you can see if somebody is pronouncing a certain word. So you need to look at that person, how that person pronounces. So you can follow that pattern. Like you need to look at the lips of that person sometime. Because अब बात लोग कहते हैं कि नहीं यार इस तरह से बोलना उस तरह से बोलना थोड़ा natural नहीं होगा. Yes, at the beginning it would be like this. Because pronunciation is received. You receive certain pronunciation by following certain people. If I come from Punjab, I will have that Punjabi accent. If I come from other part of the country, which type of podcast do you listen to? I listen to Jay Shetty. So I also just look at that clickbait first. I don't simply blindly click on that. First time when you are going to listen to any podcast, so go for specific podcasters. Like Jay Shetty is good, and Dostcast is also good, and go for English. अगर हिंदी की बात करनी है तो हिंदी में तो आप जो मर्जी सुन सकते हैं, that is up to you. So जिनका right pronunciation है, कुछ इंडियन भी हैं जिनको आप अच्छे से सुन सकते हैं, बाकी it varies. Because if you are interested in sports, so you should go for sports commentary, or if you are interested in something else. Prachi Sahu, hello. So Sahiba, you can first you should have a specific interest. ऐसे नहीं कि आपने कोई भी podcast चलाया and you are just listening to it, you are watching it. So if you do not have any like inclination towards listening to that particular podcast, you would simply lose your interest after some time, and then you would be scrolling reels that most of the people do. Sir, how are you? I'm fine. I hope you all are doing good. So how was the new year for you people? And what are your new year resolution? अब न्यू ईयर रेजोल्यूशन होता है जो आप प्लान करते हैं कि what you people are going to do in the coming year. So now we are in 2025. So might be you people have certain plannings for this particular year or resolutions. So कोई भी अगर अपना resolution बताना चाहता है, so that person can write in the comment section. Baki, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please go ahead and hit that button, and that's how you can help, especially me, or you can motivate me to do these kind of live sessions very often. So I was talking about pronunciation और grammar की भी थोड़ी बात करेंगे. आप में से कितने लोगों को लगता है कि grammar is important? Because I have heard so many people saying that grammar is not that much important. Because when I go online, sometime I come across people, those who say that. English with Tanishka. Good evening, sir. Good evening, Tanishka. I hope you are doing good. सो मैं दोनों ही लैंग्वेजेस में इसलिए बोल रहा हूँ बिकॉज सम पीपल दोज हु आर नॉट एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड like perfectly, so they can also have, I'm giving them a cushion. So this year I want to learn English, sir. Oh, that's great. So what are your plans? Like, how do you want to practice? As you said that you want to learn English, so what is your strategy going to be? So are you going to follow a specific strategy, or how many hours do you practice every day? So Tanishka, yes. So what's going on nowadays? Akash Yadav vlogs. Yes, grammar is so important, sir. Yes, grammar is important. But like a few days back, not few days back exactly, a few months ago, I had a session with a lady, or I was talking to a lady online. So she said, I don't think that English is that much important. Sorry, grammar is that much important. I'm doing English conversation, sir. Okay, that's great. But nowadays, I'm not into going for any kind of conversations like I used to do. But now I don't get that much time. And most of the time, those conversations are quite repetitive. When you are talking to people online, especially some of the videos you might have seen, some of my videos where I had a conversation with somebody else. So most of the conversations are quite repetitive, where you are just talking to people. It is good for learners, but when you have the same kind of topic every day, so it becomes quite monotonous. A monotonous का मतलब क्या होता है? When you keep on doing the same kind of thing every day, so it's quite boring. So we can call it monotonous. Please याद रहे, ये monotonous नहीं होता. That is called monotonous. So pronunciation is important, as I said that कि कई बार हम बोलते कुछ हैं and meaning कुछ और आता है just because of our wrong pronunciation. And a lot of people try to put a lot of fake accent. वो कैसे होता है कि जैसे आप listening कर रहे हैं, listening के साथ ये नहीं है कि you have to be a copy of that person that you are listening to. शुरुआत में तो थोड़ा सा कॉपी रहता है, बट थोड़ा सा आपको अपना फ्लेयर भी डालना होता है इसमें. I don't have anyone to speak to, so how do I learn English? Saiba, you have to come out of your comfort zone. By sitting at your home and talking to the screen or looking at the mobile phone is not going to help you immensely. You need to go out and find those people. And nowadays, there are many platforms online where you can directly get connected with the different people and you can have a conversation with them. Like I used to make videos where I used to talk to people online. So you can also find some people. And if I get time in coming months, because this year I have a resolution that I will be making many more videos where I would be speaking to basic learners or new people, those who are pretty much new on like how much grammar is important for speaking English. It's very important because grammar will make you correct. If you are speaking something and you do not know, sir, yes, sir, please tell us what type of strategy and schedule. Schedule, like Sahil, I'll come back to that. So just let me concentrate on Tanisha first, as she asked the importance of grammar. So grammar is very important because if you do not know the correct, if you do not know correct grammar, how would you make that person understand, the person who is listening to you? So you might speak present, and if your tenses are not good, if you are not very good at tenses, you might use past or future, so that person would not be able to understand. So that's why grammar is important. It will put your meaning across, and the other person would be able to understand. So that's why grammar is important. Grammar is not about tenses only. There are many more things, like part of speech is there, noun, pronoun, adjective, adverb. They are also important because they will make you familiar with different like words, whether this particular word is noun, pronoun, or adjective or adverb. So that will let you know how to use those words differently. So that's why I think grammar is important. So let's come back to your question, strategy and schedule. Schedule, you can make your own schedule as per your convenience. If you have free time, so you can make a schedule in morning or evening according to you. Sorry, it is up to you. And strategy in the sense, I used to follow a different kind of a strategy where I used to go out. I had a lot of conversations with people from different countries and from southern part of our country also. I used to go to nearby historical places because earlier mobile was not that much accessible. People did not have internet connections like now we have. Earlier, it was quite expensive also. Mobiles were very expensive. I did not have any phone. So I used to go out. I used to make conversations with different people. I used to go and talk directly to them. Initially, it was quite difficult because it is very difficult to talk to a stranger first. If you are not well versed with this particular language. So I was quite skeptical using my sentences in front of people, those who were coming from countries where English was the first language. So it was very difficult, but again, I used to console myself. I used to tell myself, these people are coming, and if I'm talking to them or if they are interested talking to me, so they don't pay that much attention on grammar or they will not judge you first. But I used to seek feedback, but you don't have to impose yourself on strangers. If somebody is interested, you can go ahead and talk to that person. And now the question arises, how would I know that person is interested? Go directly, go to that person, and if that person pass a smile, or if you pass a smile and that person radiates, like smile radiates on that person's face, it means that person is okay with that. So you can directly greet that person by saying hello, good morning, good evening, like this, and then you can strike a conversation. Not a problem. If that person is not interested, it's okay. That person's choice. So you don't have to feel offended. So that's how I used to do things. And I used to go to some of the cyber cafes which were nearby my home. I used to pay around 15 to 20 rupees per hour because I did not have a computer at home. So what is the timing for the last class? And that is 8 to 9 in evening. So I teach till 9 o'clock. And very soon I'm going to change the location of my institute because it's quite small. So I want a bigger space. So once I get, I will let you people know. And now I'm running two or three, precisely speaking, three different batches. They are online batches. So where I'm teaching some students from India and abroad. And offline batches are already going on. So I have got around six offline batches and three online batches. Just a minute, guys. If you talk for a long time, your throat often gets dry. Gets dry. अब मैं इसको gets dry की जगह get dry बोलूँ, लोग समझ तो जाएंगे. But the problem is that the people, those who are very good at English, they might not be able to understand or they might not get convinced because everybody wants perfection. So perfection comes when you go for extra. So that's what I believe. And pronunciation, as I said, that is very important. It plays a crucial role in your conversation. When you talk to somebody, it should be soothing to the ears. Soothing to the ears मतलब जो कानों को अच्छा लगे. But if you are just making that cacophony sound or you are just speaking with harsh accent or अब लोग कहते हैं एक्सेंट क्या है. एक्सेंट कुछ भी नहीं है, वे ऑफ स्पीकिंग रहता है, हर कंट्री में वेरी करता है. इवन कंट्री के अंदर जो अलग रीजन्स होते हैं, दे ऑल्सो हैव डिफरेंट एक्सेंट्स. If you go to the UK, so there are more than, I think, 100 accents you will find. Some people might not agree with that. How do we pronounce? Uh, I have heard different versions of this word. I mostly pronounce it vowel, and some people pronounce it vowel or something like this. But I think the right pronunciation is vowel, or sometime I have heard some of my friends pronouncing vowel sound. Vowel sound. Like your lower lip should touch the upper teeth when you pronounce this word, sorry, this letter, V, like va, va, vowel, vowel. So I hope you would practice or it is clear to you. So, guys, what kind of strategy do you people follow? Do you strategize something? And how do you practice? Do you go for endless hours of listening online? Because listening is not very much troublesome at times, because you don't have to get a pen and paper. Most of the time I've seen that people simply use earbuds, they go in bed and they start listening, and they even forget to take them off. So they keep on listening. So if you are listening like this, then what are you going to take out from that listening part? If you come across a certain word or any good sentence, so try to jot it down then and there. If you do not have a pen and paper, everybody has mobile phones. So you can go to notepad and you can write it down, that specific word. So that's how later on you can work on that. So please answer. I'm 8 years old. At what age should I start learning English grammar? And what is that? Please tell. Tanisha, there is no specific age for learning grammar. Um, it varies. Like if you are starting from very scratch in the sense basics, so you can go for elementary grammar lessons. Like there is this very nice book that is Essential English Grammar. You can keep that book and start practicing using that book, and then you can go for the next level. Don't simply think that you are 8 years. Might be you are better than 18 years old person. So I don't believe in age. Age is just a number. It depends upon you. And grammar is important, as I said earlier, as I have already mentioned. So what you need to do when you practice something, start framing some sentences using those new structures or some grammar rules. And rather than memorizing those different rules of grammar, start like bringing, or sorry, I must say bring those particular rules of grammar into your practice. When you speak, you can carry a piece of paper where you would write some of the sentence structures or new sentences or new vocabulary. You can keep it in your eye line, like in front of you. And when you start speaking or when you talk to people online or some other places, you can simply take a glimpse of that paper and start using that. Even I used to do that. I used to carry a small piece of paper where I used to write 10 to 15 words, the words which I was not able to use at that time. So I used to carry those words in that paper form, like that chit form or something. I used to carry that in my pocket, and whenever I used to get time, I used to keep an eye कि उसमें लिखा क्या है, उस पर एक नज़र रखना हर टाइम, फिर बार बार उसको यूज़ करना. Ask Mohammed, good evening. Good evening. I don't know what's the problem. So today my son is not home, so that's why everything is quiet. Everything is quite quiet. So they are two confusing words. So they are homonyms, like QUITE, quite. इसका मतलब होता है enough या काफी. QUIET, that is quiet. Please be quiet. Quiet means, you know that. So that is quiet and quiet. There is a difference. So that's how you need to keep these things in your mind. ऐसा नहीं कि 50-50 100 चीज़ें इकट्ठी आप नहीं रख पाएंगे. 5-10 new things are important. उन्हीं को रखो. Next day you can try to recall those things which you read in the previous. QUIET, yes. A lot of people get confused when they are speaking. They do not keep an eye on their pronunciation. उस पर ध्यान नहीं रखते. Keep an eye मतलब भी ध्यान रखना होता है. So they do not they are not able to distinguish. Distinguish का मतलब क्या होता है? अंतर कर पाना. डिफ्रेंशिएट भी बोल सकते हैं हम। तो कुछ वोकेबलरी की बात भी करते हैं, कुछ वर्ड्स। अरे यार टाइम, it's 8 o'clock, I have to go. So I have 5 minutes more. If you have any specific thing, we'll talk about vocabulary in some other session, because tomorrow onwards I would be in my classes, so I would not be able to get that much time. If I get any time, might be that would be after 10 o'clock in night. So tomorrow I will let you people know, those who are already there in my WhatsApp groups. So I will inform them whenever I come live. So what do you think? Should I come live very often, or it's okay to make small videos? Because I am not very keen on making videos because I don't get that much time. It's quite exhausting at times when you come from your class after teaching for almost 10 hours or 9 hours. Yes, I'll go live. I'll try my level best. Whether it is for 20 minutes or half an hour, I would do that. It's almost 26 minutes. And if you haven't liked this session or this live interaction, please go ahead and hit like button, and please share some of my videos among your friends. And if you really like the videos, hit the like button. So that's it. If you have anything specific, if you want to ask something, you can write in the comment section, or after this live session, if you have uh, any confusion or any question, you can go in the comment section. You can elaborate everything or the kind of problems that you face while speaking English. And whenever I get time, I'll come up with an answer. So I think that's it. So thank you very much indeed. I hope this new year brings a lot of joy and lots of success for you people. So keep learning, keep enjoying, and please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. और बाकी दोस्तों को पकड़ो, ज़बरदस्ती भी उनसे सब्सक्राइब करा सकते हो, क्योंकि मुझे उनको सिखाना है। मैं चाहता हूँ कि ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा लोग सीखें, और मुझे भी इससे बहुत हेल्प मिलती है। हैप्पी न्यू ईयर वंस अगेन। हैप्पी न्यू ईयर तनिष्का। Happy New Year to everyone. So it's time to go, and it's time to say goodbye. Good night and take care. Thank you, Lakshmi. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Where is that button? Bye, bye, bye. Thank you. Thank you, Akash. Any other person who wants to say thanks? Yeah, good night. एंड अगर किसी को वीडियो बनाना है कि एक कॉन्वर्सेशन वीडियो हो हमारा और आपका आपस में, सो यू कैन सेंड दैट रिक्वेस्ट ऑन माय ईमेल आईडी इज़ प्रीटी मच मेंशन्ड इन माय channel's description. You can go there and send me an email. So whenever I get time, I'll get back to you, and we would definitely make a video where we would have a conversation. Okay, that's it, people. Cheers, take care, enjoy, stay healthy, stay fit, and enjoy. Keep studying.